gosh, reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother had went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 2 minutes now.
We planted flowers.
Again, audio from police scanner traffic that evening. Dispatchers referenced Summer Wells as a 4-year-old.
110, 110, children off of Beach Street.
We got another special guest. Show me your face.
This is so cool.
Me!
Your voice is just smooth as butter. I'll just love to listen to you talk.
Hunter's father for one simple reason. Hunter's whole name is Hunter Carmine Mullaney. He was born the 15th of March. Not to mention, his mother and I are friends. That's why I went down to Tennessee with Jose. And it was Jose's choice to stay there when we came back up here. We had a house down there, but we needed 3 days for it to be ready. And we couldn't find a hotel for our group. So we came back to New York. And Hunter at this current moment is safe. That's about as far as I can give up without getting in trouble from the TIB, because there's things going on with Hunter outside of this Summer Wells case.
Oh, wow. So, okay, so you and Allie are friends. Thank you for clearing this up, because we have all been wondering, and then, stories are made up. I'm so glad that you called, okay? So, So you and Allie were never married? You had just Hunter together?
It was more of, I was young, dumb. My friend was screwing her at the time. I had beef with him because I did a jail sentence for something stupid, because like I said, I was young and dumb. And he was screwing around with my girlfriend at the time while I was in jail, so I got out and did it back to him, and Hunter was the product of said one night stand, and 6 months, 9, I gotta think, 3, 12, 15 months later, I get paperwork in the mail stating that I have to go to court for DNA for Hunter. I went, it did DNA, it came back positive that he was mine, and like I said, at the time I was young and dumb, so I also wound up with full custody, me visitations, and that's when the whole shit went to shit.
Okay. And I won't, I don't want to get into your personal life or anything like that. Like, I don't want to infringe in your personal life.
Book, honey.
I mean, what's that? You're an open book?
Oh, yeah, I don't give a shit either way. I mean, nobody can beat me up or down me about the things I've done more than I do myself on a daily.
I hear you. So, I mean, if you beat yourself up every day, obviously that's punishment enough, right?
Oh, yeah. It's just, I know I made my mistakes in the past. I'm not what you call the ideal friend, husband, boyfriend, father. I really ain't. I just live my life one day at a time, and I made choices, and I dealt with the consequences.
I hear you.
The biggest thing on my record, in all honesty, is a robbery charge.
Okay. So you and Allie remained friends as like the parents of Hunter, right?
Well, yeah, that's like a new thing, such as like 2018.
Oh, okay. So you guys, like, how many guys came down with you?
It was me, my wife, our child, her child, my friend, my brother, who I'm gonna keep just as that, Jose, our friend, and her 5 went with us. So we were all basically just picked up and just wanted to get out of New York, because we kind of don't like the way New York runs. So we just wanted to get out of New York, and Tennessee was the halfway point for some of us and a stay point for some of us. We were actually going to stay in Tennessee because the schools are better, and our daughter would get the extra help that she needs with her reading and whatnot, unlike they do up here, which they have this no child left behind thing where they just pass their kid along through school.
Yeah. So they have the better school system there.
Happy medium for my wife. She has a bad back.
So all of you guys went down there, and did you make plans to like stay at the Wells, or how did that all come up?
No, actually, no. What came about is that NASCAR was in Bristol that same weekend we left,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't know it. Well, that same week, and we didn't know it. So, given Kingsport's on that border of West Virginia and Tennessee, all the hotels and whatnot were taken up,
Mm-hmm.
and we had to wait 3 days for the house that we put a down payment on to get. For those of us that were staying in Tennessee, we had to wait for that Monday, and we couldn't find a hotel. So Allison was trying to help us find hotels, and so was Candace and whatnot. And Jose didn't want to come back up here because his kids don't talk to him, and he had a bad breakup with his ex-wife, so he just wanted to get away from all the drama, have a fresh start. And Candace offered for him and us to stay, but we decided to come back to New York because this is where most of my wife's family is, and 90% of mine is.
Uh-huh.
With the exclusion of Hunter, of course, because Hunter lives in Tennessee. So
you guys left.
Yeah, we left, but Jose made the choice to stay there.
So he was left behind.
We're leaving without none of it. No, he was not left behind.
Did you see Donald?
No, I never met him. I actually only met Summer once, and it was that day when we were getting ready to come back to New York, because Hunter just got out of school and he was happy that I was down there. And due to the current New York court order, anytime I pass through Tennessee or whatever, Allison has to bring him to me so I could see him for a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So Allison was just going by court order at the time, and he just got out of school along with the other kids. So he come up, we hung out for a little bit, and he wanted one of the cats that we had with us. And I said, all right, cool, man, but you take care of that little baby. And as far as I know, that cat is good and healthy. I couldn't tell you.
Yes. So did you know that Donald was in Utah, or like where were you told?
I didn't know anything about this person.
You didn't. So Allison had never talked about Candace and them?
Well, no, Candace was with them.
Right, but had she talked about... Did she tell you about Candace and Don prior to you coming down, or was that like a new name for you?
Her and Candace were good friends. That's all I knew.
Okay. So, but you didn't know anything about Don?
No. We came back up here a few days, like about a week later or so. I get a phone call from Hunter saying that that it's cool that Jose stuck around and whatnot, that he likes hanging out with him. I said, that's good, man, but just remember, don't let him play daddy. You only got one of those.
So Hunter was staying at the Wells too?
Huh?
Hunter was staying at the Wells too?
No. Hunter would go over and hang out for a night or two. He was never living there.
Okay, so he would just hang out.
Allison and Hunter never lived at that house at all.
Okay. So how did Allison, do you know how she got home from the Wells when Jose stayed? Because that's what I've been confused about. Like, she was saying...
Candace gave her a ride.
Candace drove her home.
Gave her a ride everywhere. They were like basically sisters. Part of my language here. I know you're live and all. But they were basically like lick-me sisters.
So they were always together, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be rude on your...
No, you're... Andrew, you're fine. We're all adults, right? So, can you... I'm sorry, go ahead.
All right. This stuff where in 2018, Allison came up here and was charged with something with abuse of child or whatever. No. She was never charged with any of that.
She wasn't?
What it was? No. What it was is that the initial charge that I got her with was parental kidnapping, but by the end of the court, by the end of that whole court session, it was dropped, and it went to modification of visitation and custody. I didn't pursue it the whole way because my biggest thing is every child needs a mother, just like every child needs their father.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically just said, screw pressing it on her, because that put her away for X amount of years in every state that she took that boy across without permission from me and New York State.
I see.
So basically what I did in 2018 is I gave her permission to have him there with me with joint custody and me with phone calls every other Christmas and every Tennessee summer vacation while he's in school.
So you guys were more or less like working together from that point on.
No, I was actually trying to fry her, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I mean, X amount of years where she took off with our son and I couldn't find her or him. Yeah, you kind of get a little crashity after a while.
Well, you said that you guys were friends, so that's...
Yeah, we are. The boy's mental health and seeing that his parents can get along no matter what is a lot better than us at each other's throat all the time.
I agree. I agree. I think it's great when parents can get along and for the well-being of their kid, you know. So, is this Jose that I have up on the screen?
Yeah, that's Jose. That's my boy. That one underneath your head, I'm not too sure if that's him, even though it looks like him.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to get a hold of my brother. He would know. But
Okay, so the blue shirt is Jose. That's not some guy from the gas station.
That's Jose.
Thank you.
Jose I know and love. Always well kept, whole nine. I mean, the picture directly underneath your head is like that's not the Jose I know.
You don't think that's him?
Not by the looks of it, to be honest with you.
Has he ever lived in Massachusetts?
Not as far as I know. Oh, sorry. Hang on one second. My
Okay.
daughter's got her TV correct.
Okay, no problem.
Come on. I told you no higher than 13, but tippers. Tripping over her video game. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Take your time.
Listen, my little one's was home all day sick and
Oh
she had a
no.
little spill on the
How old are your kids? Are they younger? Hunter's the oldest?
Hunter is the oldest. He'll be 16 on March 15th. The 25th will be my daughter that lives with me now. She'll be 9. My youngest son is 15. Oh, Jesus. And my oldest daughter is 14. This one is going to be 9, and my youngest daughter is 6.
Wow, you've been a busy dude, Andrew.
Well, don't get me wrong, I have joint custody of all my kids. I have one living with me due to past mistakes, such as, alcoholism and in and out of jail for doing dumb shit. So
Well, I
make the choices.
can tell you this. Donald Wells didn't know how old his children were, so you're already good in my book.
Well, like I said, I've done a lot of mistakes, did a lot of dumb things, and instead of letting my children go to the system like some parents do, I asked my mom to come in and help me out, and my youngest son and eldest daughter live with her. I see them every day, all the time. My youngest daughter, I'm currently trying to track down because I was in jail when she was born, and her mother got caught up in a bad way, and she's living with her mother's friends, and I've been trying to get a beeline on their exact address so I can go and do the whole court process thing that I really don't look forward to. Oh, my brother. Hopefully I'm not too loud, sorry.
No, you're fine. No, you're not too loud at all. I didn't expect to be able to speak with you, so I'm reeling. I'm seeing a lot of comments in chat that people are. I've never looked you up. I've never looked anything about you. I didn't even know your name.
I am not a very. How do I look at it? On paperwork, I am a piece of shit.
No, they're talking about your Facebook.
Yeah, but I'm with one.
Oh, do you have several?
I have a lot of them because, like I said, I've been in and out of jail for the shit I've done, and I was like, what's Facebook?
Yeah, I don't know. If you guys can let me know what Facebooks you're looking at. But at any rate, I'd have never seen it, so I don't.
No, I mean, if it's a picture of me and a woman, that's me and my old lady.
They're saying something about a kid or something, like little kids. So I think they didn't realize how many kids you had, maybe.
Oh, I got a lot of pictures with my nieces and nephews as well. We're a tight-knit family. I mean, I had, my mom altogether has 15 grandkids.
Wow.
So.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we're.
can we talk about your time at the Wells for a minute?
I was actually never there.
Oh, you never went to the Wells house?
Oh, I was actually, when I met her, I was at the self-storage, putting things back into our U.S.C.
Okay, so do you know how Jose got back to North Carolina?
No, I don't, actually. The last I heard from Jose was about 2 months after he decided to stay there, and he said that he was in Alaska working for a little bit, and then he was going to the Philippines to see his like year-and-a-half-old girlfriend that he met through Facebook, and they and nonstop talking whole night.
What does this guy do for a living? What does Jose do for a living?
He actually, the last I knew, he was still working on fishing boats over in the Philippines, but that could have changed by now.
I mean,
like
that's
I said, he's
a lot of money to travel to Alaska and then the Philippines. Like,
his girlfriend's dad offered to
fly him there?
Because yes, because he's never met a man that will cook for the old lady, do dishes, basically take care of a house by himself, because I guess that's not how the Philippines work.
Oh, yeah. They're like maids. They're like maids.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean? Different countries, different ways.
Do you know when he left, though, the Wells house? Was it when Don, they got in that fight or whatever? Did you talk to him after they got in the altercation?
I talked to him, like I said, when he landed in Alaska. That was the last I talked to him. But like I said, my brother talks to him once in a while when Jose gets service, because apparently wherever he is, phones and internet don't work well.
Got you. So go ahead.
And the last my brother told me is that he was doing well in the Philippines, and he's just happy that, he's there, and that he made a mistake and had to make it up to his girlfriend in the Philippines because he was messing around with Allison. And from what I hear, Candace shortly at the end.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, like, there was a comment that Candace made that he likes chicks with dicks. And I don't know if she was telling her husband that, like, because he was mad that he was there.
Not that I know.
So he's straight, as far as you know?
Well, I mean, I was, at the time that I met Jose, me and my ex-wife was going through a bad breakup, and my brother let me move in with him, and Jose was already living with him. And as far as I know, when he would just be talking about females, I mean, at one point he was hitting on my ex-wife with me standing there, and it's like, whatever.
Oh, my God. So Jose has no boundaries when he wants something.
Well,
Huh?
he come up and said, "Yo, bro, she's looking kind of good." I said, "Yo, bro, she left me, so we're not. Yes, by law we're married, but she left me, so we're not together. You do what you do. It's not gonna offend me none. You know."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was being honest with him. She left me for a dirt merchant, as I like to call him, and while I was doing 2 months in jail for non-payment of child support because I stopped paying that when Allison took off with Hunter.
So can I ask you something? So when Jose made the decision to stay there at the wells, did he have a plan? Was he going to live there? Was he going to, find a ride?
It was just a stop.
But he didn't have a vehicle, did he? Or did he?
No. It was just a stop until he could get his money transferred from a certain bank to him.
Oh, so did Donald Wells deal any kind, was there any kind of drug transactions with them? Because that's what Donald Wells is saying to his coworkers. That's
man, I just seen a comment about Outdoorsy Life 88. Sorry to cut you off, but no, I didn't ask Hunter about any of that, and I'm letting him take his time with it.
Oh, well.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh, no. I was saying. No, I was just saying, did you and Jose discuss anything about Donald and drugs and Donald owing him money?
No, he called me and apologized for what happened between him and Allison because my son felt some sort of way about it. Mm-hmm. And he didn't want our friendship to be affected because he was going with my son's mother. And him and Hunter got close, like friends close, not like pervertedness. And when Jose made the choice to basically flop between friends, as I put it, it broke my son's heart, and he started acting out a little bit. And trust me, those phone calls weren't fun.
Oh, I'm sure. It's got to be hard dealing with that from a distance.
Oh, yeah, it's hard parenting through a phone.
Oh, I can imagine. Trust me, I had 2 teenage boys, so I feel your pain.
But I can let you know, with Hunter, court for him is coming up soon, and things will come to light more after the fact. I just really can't say much because I don't want it to affect any decisions that the judge is going to be making.
Okay. No, I don't want that either. I don't want anything to hurt anything. But, after,
I will let you know, Hunter has been cleared.
Hunter has been cleared. Okay.
Yeah, from the Summers case, he has been cleared. He was cleared about 2 months after she went missing.
So he's going to court for something unrelated, something that he got in with before this.
Unrelated. It's basically more home life than it is with the Summer case. It has nothing to do with the Summers case at all.
Okay, because I know the talk was that he was with you in New York.
I'm letting people think that right now because I really don't want to be the asshole and keep saying I can't tell you where he is.
Right, it's just easier, yeah.
Out there are worried about. I know people out there are worried about him because he was a young age and he was around Candace, who did give him alcohol and shit like that and everything. I understand there's people out there that are sending prayers to him, and I do thank you for that.
He's a kid.
I'm not going to be like Allison and just sugarcoat shit. I'll give it to you straight because honestly, that's my son. And if any harm comes to him, I'm going for life. I'll go that way with any of my kids,
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, you got to protect your kid. And I'm glad you called in and that you're speaking up for him because he's not able to speak up for himself. He's a kid. There's a lot of things being talked about that Candace and him might have had a thing. That's a big thing, Andrew, is that the rumor is that him and Candace had a thing.
Well, listen, I'm going to let you know here now. I've been seeing and been getting posts from one other person that's on the Summer Wells case that I talked to. I don't want to get that out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's their private business.
Yeah.
If they want to reach out to others.
Yeah, for sure.
And she's been hooking me up with shit to go look at and research when people are saying stuff about like, yo, this doesn't look right. This looks funny about what Candace said to Hunter or this picture or that. I go look at it myself, and I have to make the outside of the box / parent judgment call on that.
Yeah, I hear you. I respect that.
But it's difficult because I have a funny disposition on things. Like me, my parents raised me to have an open mind, and so far my mind is so. Listen, if my mind was any further open, my brain would fall out. Let's put it like that. So, but the way I look at it is, some of the comments, like, I don't like them. They don't look right. They don't smell right. And then I was pinpointed to a different YouTube channel where Candace's friend or whatever went on and said that for a definitive fact, Candace told her she was messing around with Hunter. And
Yikes.
everybody's like, well, why don't you press charges, get her for, sexual abuse or whatever for Hunter? And I'm like, well, right now with the Summers Wells case, I can say something, but they're not really going to do anything until either Summers home or found by the police, and I hate to say this, y'all, or they find a body.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't.
No, you don't have. Yeah.
At this moment in time, given all the weather, the 2 tornadoes that blew through there, to me, it's basically, I'm looking at it as the harsh truth, which is a body search. She's 5 years old. She weighs next to nothing. And it's hard. I mean, my whole house got disrupted for the first 3 months this went down. It got so bad I had to go back on my depression pills.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I was so worried about them. Well, it was either that or I went down there and did something stupid. And I can't afford that. I have other children.
Well, I respect your restraint, because do you think that Hunter is possibly being used as an alibi in this?
Oh, I've been thinking about, I thought that the first second I heard this happen.
Me too.
And that's when I got a hold of my court papers. And it was still my legal visitation time. It did not say I had to pick my son up directly after school let out. So I got a hold of a certain group that helps extract children and helps parents get their legal rights, uphold the legal law.
Yeah, sure.
And they tried to help me get Hunter to me, but it was like World War 50.
With Allison?
Yeah, because Allison was just turned into Mama Bear mode and just wanted to do the same thing I was trying to do. But I had the extra arm, and I just wanted him out of that situation at the time. And because I found, when I got a hold of that certain group, I had somebody in my offline, my message request, send me a picture of my son's front door, which is Allison's house, front door. And then I instantly wanted to get him the hell out of there. Yeah.
Yikes. That's some scary shit, man.
Yeah. And then it's like, please, and then I keep telling everybody, please just, don't use his whole name. Just go by H with him. He's only 15. This can hurt him.
Yeah. This is serious.
I mean, like, I'm not mad. I used to get pissed off every time somebody could say his name, and then I'll report him, be a complete asshole about it. And now it's just like, would you guys just please just, use H instead of his whole name?
Would you prefer that I use H instead of his whole name?
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm using it. We're talking about him. If it's with me or his mom.
Okay. I want to be respectful to you guys and to Hunter.
I can tell you he's doing a little better. he's still hurting though because Summer was like a little sister to him.
Yeah, I got that. I got that feeling.
He's very close to her.
Yeah.
And when that went down, that killed him more than I think that killed him probably more than it would hurt him if I was to die or his mother would. You know,
Wow.
He would always be right. They were like two peas in a pod, but you know,
yeah,
like brother sister, like inseparable. They were good with each other. Because every time I talk to him on the phone, it's like, yeah, I'm just hanging out with my little sister Summer, and you know, she'd say hi to the phone, and then go running off and do something. So I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I heard him tell that one guy, he did that interview with that Chris McDonough, the interview room. Did you see his interview on there? I'm sure you did.
Oh yeah, but I can also tell you the boy was lying.
You think that was all like rehearsed with him by somebody?
No, it wasn't rehearsed. No, it was not rehearsed. The boy was doing exactly as he was told. And because before that interview,
by who though?
I'm getting there.
Okay, go ahead.
The interview went down like a week or two beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
My Hunter called me, and he started talking about it. I'm like, listen, are you ready to get on this conversation with me? Or are you ready to speak out about how you feel about everything? He goes, to be honest with you, Dad, I'm not. I said, all right, so listen, I'm not going to force you to sit there and say anything at all. If you get questioned, say whatever the hell comes to your mind if you're not ready to talk about this situation.
Mm-hmm.
But if you are ready to talk about this situation, say so.
Mm-hmm.
So the boy was just doing what he was comfortable with, which was nonchalant answers and some bullshit.
Yeah.
Because even now, right now as we speak, if he was to call me, he still would not, and if I was to mention something about it, he would give me the same bullshit lines. Because the only thing I'm trying to do is protect his mental health, and I want him to be fully 100% okay with what happened before he speaks. Like, mentally okay.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
And his mother's just trying to push it and push it and push it, and then he acts out at school or he acts out at home, and she's not understanding why. Well, stop pushing the issue with Hunter and let him have his time to grieve, reflect, and get his mind right.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're laying down. I think that, you know, any parent would want that. You know, give him some space.
Yeah, and I mean, he's, like I said, he's going to be 16. He's good. I mean, this whole thing with Summer, he was working a good job. He had a good, he has a good girlfriend for now.
Yeah.
Because, well, it all depends on what goes on at the next court date, whether or not he's still around.
Is that the same girlfriend he had when Summer went missing?
Yes, ma'am.
It's
he's sticking by his side through this whole thing, this whole personal thing he's got going on with Court. She's staying by him.
Wow.
And but listen, she's turning 15 this year.
Wow. That's a lot for these young kids.
But I'm saying I'm not going to condemn her.
Yeah.
Or condone what she's doing, because she's acting more of an adult than most adults I hang with.
Right. Huh.
I mean, I know some relationships where my significant other would not stick around while I was in jail, or wouldn't stick around while I was out, you know, hanging out with my kids or something. They'd just find an excuse and leave. This 14-year-old little girl is sticking by my son's side because he got caught up because he's acting out because he doesn't know how to talk about his feelings properly right now.
Right. Right.
And listen, if I was in his shoes, I would have done the same shit. I'm not going to front.
What do you mean by that?
Getting in the fights, getting kicked out of
acting out. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's typical.
I'd act like a fool all day long. To
Yeah.
be honest with you, I really would.
Yeah.
I mean, but listen, the way I look at it is, I mean, some people will look on my Facebook, see there's barely any pictures. There's pictures of Hunter, and then all of a sudden they'll stop. Because about that time where the pictures stop is when she left with Hunter. But I don't really have a lot of pictures of Hunter because I'm not that person that takes a lot of pictures.
I understand.
Because listen, the only reason why there's so many pictures of me now is because my wife likes pictures. Really?
Right. So do you have any, I mean, what are your thoughts on all of this crap that's going around? I mean, as a dad, let's take H.
As a dad right now, I'm not gonna sit there and say that Summer's dad's lying. I'm not gonna sit there and say he's hiding something. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna see how it turns out as the year mark comes along, or however long this takes, and I'm gonna see how he starts acting. Because you see, from what I've been told, Don's not really that big of a drinker. He used to be, and then he quit. And then now he's back into drinking. Okay, that's a sign right there, grieving, or being hurt. All right, that's understandable. But and his recent DWI that's all over everywhere is a sign of depression and wanting to basically end it because he was drinking and driving. And from right now, of everything that I've seen, it's more been Don in the news and everywhere else than it has been Candace. Now, I don't know if you've seen the Dr. Phil episode with them on it.
I did, yeah.
Okay, well, the biggest thing about that is Candace. Every time a certain name was mentioned, she would button up, look away, and just clam right up and not want to speak.
What name was that? I didn't catch that.
What was it?
The Cornbread Mafia?
Yes, every time that was mentioned, she would clam up.
And
my dad, sorry, let me fix that before I finish. My dad's a female. I was raised by my mother and her wife.
Okay.
Just so I wanted to clarify that because I don't want everybody in chat to be like, wait, he said she.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. We get it.
My dad, he did research on the Cornbread Mafia, and they're, like, legit. Like, cold-heartedly like the Italian Mafia, straight up legit. And I have a feeling that Candace was messing around with these boys. And that somehow she dragged my son involved with these guys. Now, I don't want to be the asshole to sit there and say that he wasn't involved, that it couldn't be where they're not involved, but by the smell of it, I think something like that has happened. Hang on. H-Dad, who is H-Dad? No, please do not call me Andy. I'll look at your super chat.
Oh, who, what, where was and is Jose?
Okay.
How do you know Jose?
He, like I said, I met him, what was it? 2018? No. Just before that, I met him in 2017 because he moved in with my brother.
So you met him through your brother?
Yeah. And he was living with my brother till we tried to move down there in 2020.
And then he had a girlfriend that whole time, and then now he's moved to the Philippines with her, or did he have a significant
girlfriend in the Philippines, and he changed his number. He's not on social media. None of it. The only one that has definitive contact with him is my brother, and he's respecting the fact that Jose does not know Summer is missing.
So he hasn't even been questioned?
They can't question him. He was gone. He was gone almost a year before it happened.
It just happened like... But it just happened like...
It just happened this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is back in 2020.
He left for the... Oh, so you're saying he... Okay, so I'm trying to get that timeline. After he left the Wells, he went to North Carolina.
Yeah, we all tried to move down. We all tried to move down there in 2020.
Right. During COVID,
So,
right?
yes, but we for some reason certain ways in and out of states didn't have any. What's the thing I'm
The
looking
blocks.
for? Yeah, they didn't block off all the roads at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But we did call, New York State Health Department to see how about we can get in and out of how about what we'd have to do if we were to leave state and whatnot, because at the time, Tennessee and a few others were deemed red flagged, and like the states we had to pass through to get there weren't. So we were safe to leave New York to go through Pennsylvania and all that all the way down. It's just Tennessee was on our do not go list up here.
Oh, I got you. Okay. But then when did he go to the Philippines then? Right after that?
I think in all honesty, it was right after that fishing season.
Oh, so he went to Alaska and then went to the Philippines.
Yeah, it was right after that fishing season. Because he already had the job lined up to get on a boat as soon as he got there.
Okay.
So.
Huh. Okay. I'm.
Yeah, you're right.
This is a lot to take in. What?
I'm sorry. I'm also reading.
Oh, go ahead. Respond to whoever you want. Go right ahead.
Northwest Place 77. Yeah, the fight did happen back in October, but like I said, I didn't hear anything until a few months later.
You see Vet Girl?
He was only in Tennessee for about a month. Lobo.
He was there for about a month?
Yeah, he was only there for about a month.
Wow. I mean, but he stayed with them the whole time? Did he, live with them during that month?
Oh, sorry. I took it off my vape. I'm trying to quit smoking.
No, you're okay. Good luck with that. New Year's resolution.
All right. Long time coming.
I hear you. I'm in that vice, too. Andrew.
Listen, I just turned 34 today. I can't keep up with my 8-year-old. It's time to quit smoking.
I hear you. Yeah, you got little ones. You got to be healthy for them. How old is Jose?
Oh, yeah.
The same age as you, or?
Oh, no, he's a little older than I. He's older than I am.
50s? Early 50s?
No, I don't think he's in his 50s yet, to be honest with you. I'm not sure, but I know his hair is peppered because of the stress.
Yeah.
He's got adult. Let's put it like this: he's got adult children. He's even got a grandbaby.
Oh, okay. Okay, makes sense.
I mean, outside of meeting him in 2017 and drunken stories that he'd tell us, I mean, he seemed like an alright guy. He never did anything harmful around my kids. Never did anything. I mean, he was because it was basically a bachelor's pad, so to speak, a three-bedroom bachelor pad. And when I had my kids over and he'd come out the shower, he didn't know the kids were there. He'd go right back in and get in the clothes he just took off, and then walk in his room and close the door. Because usually he'd come out in a towel and walk to his room, because it's literally a U-turn. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if you'd hear the kids, if you'd hear the kids in the living room, which was, like 2 walls away, he would go back to the bathroom, throw his his pants on just to be decent because there's kids in the house, just to walk to his room to get clean clothes. I mean, he
Right.
was never disrespectful towards any of my kids or even made any advancements.
So you fully trust him around kids and stuff.
Yeah, I trust him only for the simple fact that, Jose and I know each other well enough. I know that if he was to do, he knows if this Andrew H. Dad. Yeah. Holy jumping! How many times is that gonna come through? Yes. I am Hunter's father. Well,
So are
yeah,
you upset with Candace for giving him like the twisted tea and shit?
If I was able to go down there, I'd be in prison.
Okay. You don't need to say anymore. I get it. Yeah. I don't blame you. I mean, I can't even believe what went down there, you know?
Just by, if I was to see those comments before this happened, I'd be in prison right now. I don't scroll my son's Facebook like that. He has trust.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean? What do you mean it's Facebook?
Well, when Hunter had his Facebook up, Candace would commented all those nasty comments or whatever that I don't approve of.
Oh, she did?
On his Facebook. Yeah. And if
like, what kind of comments, Andrew? Like,
I don't even remember at this point.
I mean, was it like, calling him like cute, or I mean, like what kind of?
Jack off in the corner or some shit like that. God, it's been so long.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Weird.
I mean, it's some shit that listen. I'm an adult. I got I'll sit there and listen. Go jack off in the corner, get away from me or something. Just messing around. But I'm also from a different world, so to speak.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's a mom.
Listen, I was raised right. I did bad all by myself. Oh, let's see. No.
Does Andrew think Candace and Allie ever had anything going? Sandy Gant asked.
And honestly, at one point, I thought they were.
You thought they were a couple?
Having lick me time. No, not a couple. Just lick me time.
Well, because they were together all the time, or?
Yeah. And Candace has 4 kids. Allison has 3. And they're all at school. What are those 2 doing in those hours while they're up each other's ass?
I don't know. I'm not sure I want to know, Andrew.
I seen it firsthand. They were a little too close.
Really?
Yeah. But yet again, I was also going on like 0 sleep because of a 12-hour car ride.
Right. So
that's how long it will take to get down to him.
So can I ask you a question about Jose?
Yeah, go ahead.
Why did you stop talking to him?
I didn't stop talking to him. It's just he changed when he told me he was headed to the Philippines. He told me he was going to change his number, and I changed my number and forgot to text him with his old one before he changed his, because I changed mine the day before he changed his.
So you guys just lost touch?
Yeah, we just lost touch, but like I said, my brother always got me.
Oh, your brother still talks to him?
Oh, yeah.
So does your brother live in New York as well? That you guys all lived in New York?
Yeah, we all live in New York.
Okay. So it was said, I think, early on that Candace had said that Jose came on a motorcycle and that the rest of you guys came in like a caravan. Like, I don't know how.
Yeah. I just unplugged everything, but that's okay. No, what it was is that he was riding in the U-Haul with my brother. No, certain laws will prevent me from being interviewed. Sorry. No, like I was saying, he was in a U-Haul with my brother, and there was the rest of us in a caravan and a car.
Okay. And he wasn't concerned being left there with no vehicle. Like, I would have anxiety. I just can't do that.
Well, he took a leap.
He just said, F
"Screw
it.
I'm taking a leap."
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
all been there,
I mean,
right?
Well, he looked at it like he was closer to where he had to be by being in Tennessee. So he's like, screw it. I'm going to stay, and then I'm going to get my money, and I'm going to get some of the money that's being sent to me, and I'm just going to go to Alaska, go to my job, and then head off to the Philippines and go be happy. He just said, screw it. He turned a page in his book. He had an opportunity. He jumped. He met a good girl who had family up here that she was visiting one year for the holidays. They hit it off, and it went from there. So he's one of the lucky ones. It's rare, but it happens.
Do you think that Allie is telling the truth about what she witnessed that day with Summer? I mean, you know them better than anybody, like their behavior.
When it comes to kids, Allison will lie to protect them, but also knowing that there's legit TBI and whole nine involved, she basically just gonna do her best and say only what she can.
So why did her and Candace fall out after that fight? Was it over Jose?
Yeah.
Oh my
Trust
Lord.
me, I had the 3 a.m. phone call to prove it.
Oh my God. You're kidding. Bunch of drama?
No. Oh, I got the call. Hunter called me 7 times. I have a 9 to 9 rule, no calls between 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. because, like I said, I have my daughter living with me, and she never slept right her whole life. So, and that's because she was born with something, and my wife did ask me not to say too much about her.
No, I don't want you to talk about any of that. I don't even want to know. Let's just stay away from all that.
So I don't usually answer my phone between 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. Well, my phone kept going off and going off and going off, and I was getting pissed off. So I answered it, and I was not nice about it. And then Allison told me what happened, and my son is in the background tripping the hell out. And I'm like, all right, put the boy on the phone. Let me talk to him. I talked Hunter down, and I'm like, all right, boy, now tell me what's going on. And then he told me, well, Jose, Ma walked into Candace's and found Jose in his words, fucking Candace, and she wound up getting a ride back from the grandmother. And that was all. That was it. Now Mom's getting her the little bit of things that she left up there from when they went fishing, and she's done with her. I'm like, okay, now put your mother on the phone. And then she told me the same exact thing Hunter did. Because Hunter's not so nice with his words.
Right.
And did Don fight with Jose? From the picture that I personally got sent in my old phone that I no longer have, Jose did. That's Mojo, by the way. Jose did have a black eye and a busted lip.
Oh, really?
And that was about the same night. Well, the night of the same day that I got called at 3 a.m.
Yeah, because he's actually listed in that police report. Like Jose's talked about in there because he was there when it all went down.
Actually, Ellie doesn't hate Candace now. She still hates Candace for what happened with her and Jose.
But Allie doesn't hate her now. Like she's sympathetic towards like Candace in the Summer situation.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is she sympathetic to Candace now, like over Summer, being missing?
You won't talk to Candace because everything that she did not know about because she works all the time is coming to light. And there's definitive proof of it, such as pictures, audio, whole nine type shit.
Uh-huh.
And she's not talking. She feels bad because Summer's gone.
Mm-hmm. But she's keeping her distance.
but she's pissed off at Candace because
Summer's gone.
of the shit that went happened between her and Hunter.
Yeah.
And hang on, Chuck 420 he says, what does he mean by that? Oh, something about.
Let me see.
Oh, I told Hunter just to let it be. Just to say what he had to say, if that's what you mean, Chuck. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by he. Is it me or Hunter?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either. I just caught that out the corner of my eye because you put at in there.
No, thanks for answering their questions. I mean, that's awesome of you. I mean, we've been trying to get answers, you know, just following the case, and thank you.
I just have to listen. I can only give as much as I am, as much as you guys know, but only can clarify certain things that does not have to do with Hunter. That's all I can clarify.
Okay.
Until I know what's going on with him himself, there's nothing I can do.
So, have you talked to the TBI and the FBI about Summer's case?
I am actually, I'm actually not involved in that.
No.
No,
Wow.
because I do not live in Tennessee and I was not around at that time.
Okay.
So, and I've only met her once. And Allison and Hunter confirmed that I only met the child once, and that was in 2020.
Gotcha. What does Allie's mom think of all this? Do you get along with her?
Nope.
Is she difficult?
His grandmother and mother and great grandmother don't like me because of the choices I've made.
Great grandma is the one that was on the porch with Allie, right? In that interview, great grandbun.
Yeah, I call her Grams because it's out of respect. But like I said, she doesn't like me for the choices I've made in my lifetime. Now, mind you, I've known Alice since I was like, now I gotta think, when the hell was Hunter born? God.
Well, he's 15, right?
Yeah,
so
what, 20?
I don't know, like 96?
No.
Or I mean 2006. My bad.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Hey, math isn't my strong suit.
No worries. I got a calendar. Yeah, calculator.
You're about as good as me, Andrew.
20 minus, what would it be, 16, 15? 05. There you go.
05.
I've known that family since 05. Well, no, 04. Because I met her in 04.
And they were, you guys were all in New York, right? And then they moved to Tennessee. Yeah. Right.
Yep. She took Hunter to Tennessee without my knowledge, but I'm not upset with her about it now because at the end of the day, it was a better move. The schools are better down there.
Right. It ended up being okay. I mean, besides all of this. This is a lot for an adult, let alone a 15-year-old to absorb. It's a lot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you, Susan. But, why is Andy's theory of what happened? What is my theory of what happened? And did Jose ever live in Mass or NY?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. Sorry. As for North Carolina and Massachusetts for Jose, I do not know. My brother would know. My theory on what happened.
Go ahead.
My theory on everything that happened with Summer is that there's something wrong between the time that she was called in missing and the time that she dropped my son off at home. There is still those couple hours that are not, what's the word I'm looking for? Not accounted for. Oh, Kelly Lee, please don't come to Gloversville.
What, is it rough there or what's it like? I mean, I've seen a lot of comments in chat.
It was good. It was a good town. It was a leather mill town at one point. Basically after I want to go say about 2007. After that point, it just got bad. Like, I mean, it's not bad as a place not to live, but I mean, like, the leather mills, huh? Just about love it. The leather mills started shutting down, and
Yeah, that was the economy, right?
yeah, and some people from New York would come up and do their drug dealings and everything else up here because they got too hot down in New York City, so they went somewhere out of the box.
Right.
So that's basically how that is. And it's like I said, it's really not a bad place. It's just shitty for jobs and rent's a little high.
Well, that's New York. Overall, your taxes and everything else too. So.
Oh yeah, I'm paying $800 for a 4-bedroom.
Jeez.
Apartment. Not even a house. Just an apartment.
That's craziness.
Oh well, I've seen some places down there in Florida. I mean, you guys want like anywhere from $650 to $700 for a 4-bedroom house. I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, it really got crazy. We had 30,000 New Yorkers move to my county over COVID.
Oh yeah.
They got the hell out of Dodge.
We got that new Delta shit hitting hard up here too. Yeah,
I've seen. It's a mess. It's a mess. And I hope that your kids don't have that. I hope it's just something minor.
No. My daughter has a weak immune system, and she was born that way. So when she gets the slightest of cough, we keep her home just to make sure she's all right.
Oh, well, that's good.
Even a common cold could put her in, the hospital for a couple of days because of her immune system being so low.
Right,
but
right.
Keep her home, and we keep her home for a few days, keep eyes on her, and then we send her back to school because she's white as rain.
Yeah.
Nothing big.
Do you know
this whole Delta variant shit?
Yeah, it's craziness. Okay, so I want to ask you about Hunter's interview with Chris from the interview room. And he kept yawning. Is that normal for him? Is that just how he is? Because he kept yawning while he was talking. He said, at one point, he said to Chris, I yawn for no reason sometimes.
No. He's got, he's pretty much got the same thing as Dad does. He doesn't sleep.
Like ADHD type thing? Like
ADHD, he's got fidgeting. It has a lot to do with ADHD. Constant video games, just basically all together moving around, and he doesn't sleep at night because he just can't. What's the word I'm looking for?
Shut his mind off.
He can't slow it down.
Yeah.
So I think, in all honesty, I think he has a case of insomnia.
So that was just lack of sleep. It wasn't any other kind of condition. I just wanted to verify. So many things have been said, man. I just want, just to get the truth out there. And
the only thing that boy does is smoke pot and smoke cigarettes. I don't condone him smoking cigarettes, but I also can't yell at him because I smoke as well.
Right.
But when he comes up to my house, he does not touch any of my cigarettes. He doesn't touch anything he's not supposed to without asking. It's like night and day with this boy.
Wow. Sounds like it's good that he's got you in his corner right now, because this is going to be a lot, and it sounds like you know that.
Oh, no.
Did you see the last picture of Summer that was taken where Candace said it was her mother and it was a video instead of a picture and she's in the back seat? Did you see that?
Yeah, because people are asking whether it was some chick that starts with L or Allison, but that's not Allison's voice.
You don't think that's Allison that says when Candace goes, is her arm still up? And she goes, no.
No, that's not Allison. Trust me, I talk to that woman not day in and day out. No, it is not Allison.
Okay. Well, the other girl, yeah. There was another girl with them.
The one that face was cut off in the interview.
Yes. Yep. L.
It's more like that lady. I don't know who that is.
You never met her?
Mm-mm. Like I said, I wasn't down there that long. I was maybe down there for 12 hours, if that.
Wow.
Hey, things happen.
They do. They
Things
do.
happen.
They do.
We had a good, listen, my brother found us a good deal. It's just, we picked the wrong time we picked the wrong timing, and the hotels were all clogged, and
It just didn't work out.
Over. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time. Shit happens. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you at all. I just want to set things straight. If you can set the truth straight on things, regarding your son, that you've seen out there, is there anything that you've seen personally that bothered you that you would like to just address? Because, people will see this.
Listen, right now, what I am doing is hoping for the best for Summer to be alive. And I want to nail that woman to the wall for every little sick, dirty thing that's even been assumed that she's done to my son. And that's doing it the legal way. And I'm that type of person that does not do things the legal way. Yeah, yes. The one that just did your super chat for $9.99 there. Yes, Hunter was upset because Jose broke up with Allison. Because Hunter and Jose were becoming good friends.
They get along?
Yeah.
So they spent a lot of time together, like, while he was there for that month.
Yeah.
Because they were at the well.
Of course, I don't have any issue with that. Because, like I said, Jose's a good friend of mine, and he would never put any of my children in harm's way.
Right.
He actually got Hunter to stop smoking pot and cigarettes for that time he was there.
Oh, wow. Did you go, you didn't go in the Wells house, right?
No, like I said, I never made it out that far to even know what the place looked like until the summer case hit. So
Jose never said, holy shit, man, that house was Caroline, 1120, said, unfortunately, it sounds like Hunter didn't get the upbringing he desperately needed. You're absolutely right, and I did my best. He just took off, and there was nothing I could do. I tried to hunt him down, whole nine. I did everything I could legally and illegally to try to find him, but she disappeared off my radar until in 2018, I got a child support court date for lack of payment, and it had her current address on it. And then when I went in, I turned around and I flipped the script and turned her in for parental kidnapping. And then at the end of that, like I said, I just settled for modification of visitation and custody. I see. And that was in 2018. Yeah. Are you gonna take him home when this is all over with?
Unfortunately, I don't know what the courts have to say about any of that, and I can't give you any more because that's one of the discussions going on that I'm not allowed to speak about right now.
Okay, no problem. I want to respect that. I don't want to, put you on the spot. I don't want to ask anything out of turn, but
no, it's fine.
Okay.
It's good. It's just like I said, there's going to be a lot I can't say because, like I said, Hunter went off the deep end after Summer went MIA. He got himself in a bad way real quick. So Dad had to come in and play super dad and try to bail him out of his troubles.
Do you think that your brother could talk with Jose? Do you think Jose would talk with me?
That bad thing about that is Jose only gets to a phone once a month.
Oh, shoot. Really?
Yeah, because where he is doesn't have internet or cell tower right now.
Wow. Is he in the boonies?
Basically. He's off in the boonies.
Holy
old school.
Wow. Talk about life-changing, right?
Well, his girlfriend's father or wife I think they got married. I really wasn't paying attention when my brother was talking about it. Got them a house out in the sticks because Jose and his girl wanted to live like her parents did. So before, when they first got together, and they respect the old ways up to a certain point, because Jose is basically house bitch, even though he's working for her father.
Oh, so he's working for her dad.
Yep.
Sounds.
And he's also working on from what I hear, he's working for her father on the off seasons of fishing. So, I got nothing. That's all I can tell you. I really don't know.
Well, I mean, that explains a lot. So,
can't really pronounce her name, but Miss Berg. Yes, I do think Hunter was threatened. That's why I made a call to other people to get him the hell out of there.
so who do you think coached him what to say in his thing with Chris McDonough in the interview room?
I think by me telling him that, just if you're not comfortable, just say what you need to. And I think Allison had a lot to do with him, most of his answers.
Yeah. I saw her kind of glaring at him at times.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of giving him the eye.
Allison also knew I had eyes on the whole situation as well. There ain't really much Allison can do without me knowing.
Well, not now anyways, especially.
Well, no, not in general anymore. Because by New York State law, she can't make a move without telling me.
Oh, she's got to get your permission now.
No, she just got to let me know if she moves and where exactly she's moving, or if she changes her phone number, I'm going to have it directly.
Do you think that what Hunter told like the TBI and the FBI is the same as what he told the interview room guy?
I don't know, have a clue what he told them.
You weren't there, present?
I wasn't there. I wasn't there at all. But he tried to tell me, and I cut him off, and I said, not till you're ready, because I could hear the distress in his voice when he started talking about it, and I told him no.
Like, don't even go there yet?
Yeah. I mean, I know my kids well enough, but they're part of me. I help create them. I know when they're distressed about something, and I know how to deal with it at certain times.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta relax. You gotta calm down. You gotta stop overthinking. Just relax. Don't speak about it till you know for a fact you yourself are ready.
Yeah, I agree. Let the dust settle and see.
John Q. Public. I would not call me a great dad. I am far from it. There is no handbook. No. I'm just going by ear, but just being honest, I'm going by ear. I am far from a great dad, but I do my best.
You guys, it's not Puerto Rico. He said he's in the Philippines, not Puerto Rico. That's how rumors get started.
No, they had it right though.
Philippines?
Jose's birth certificate states he was born in Puerto Rico.
So he's Puerto Rican, but he's in the Philippines.
Yep. His parents moved to the U.S. when he was young.
Did Donald and Jose get in an actual fist fight with one another?
Like I said, all I've seen were pictures where Jose had a busted eye and a busted lip, so I think they actually did.
All over jealousy.
Actually, that's a husband coming home from work to see his wife in bed with another man. I think he acted properly.
That's what he walked into?
Yep.
Holy. Andrew, you're blowing my mind tonight. Holy cow.
Well, I'm pretty sure Allison acted a little bit more adult than Don did, because when Allison walked in on them together, she just said, screw this, and fuck you, I'm leaving. And don't ever talk to me again.
Damn. Allison don't take
No,
no
I
shit.
No.
She don't play.
Actually, no, I don't think he saw anything, honestly. I think it was just a normal, typical child who slipped under the water, and Hunter did what he had to do to get her up and moving, so she didn't drown.
Oh, that's
Bump shot. What bump shot?
the one that's on the screen. Can you ask your brother if that's Jose? I think you already said you would. That you'd have to check with him and see if that was him.
I will, but like I said, he's at work. He works overnight.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't expect you to do it like right this second. I'm just saying, like, maybe you can just text me.
I'll just take a screenshot and see if he knows if that's him or not.
Well, I've got your number. I can text it to you. I can text you the picture if that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Then you have it. Yeah. And then you can just let me know, like, what your brother says if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
I appreciate that.
Yes, that's what it sounds like as a dry drowning, but Hunter said she was breathing when he got dropped off at home. That was MM.
He 100% said she was breathing, like he knows that she was not passed away.
That was the first question that came out of my mouth. When he called me, when that first came about, I asked him, I said, Bud, I know you don't want to talk about this, but I need to know one thing. He's like, what's that? I go, don't lie to me. You know I'm going to call you out on it. Was she dead in that car? He goes, no. She was breathing, talking, chatting up a storm with me, whole night. And then he goes, she fell asleep a few minutes before we got to my house.
So she had just fallen asleep when they dropped him off.
Really?
Did he tell you about the milk? Did she hit her head or something? I always wondered if they put that as like a cold compress.
I think what it is just a typical 5-year-old looking for something to prop her head up on. Because my kids used to, when we were in the car together and they were getting sleepy, they'd grab whatever was in arm's reach to put up between them and the door and put their head on it just to go to bed.
Did Hunter say that they had any Skittles edibles, like the Delta 8 edibles? Did Candace buy those?
He would have told me. No, he would have told me straight up. That boy tells me every little thing. Listen, that boy told me when he lost his virginity. Are you kidding me? He gave me details, and I'm like, I don't want to hear this.
I don't blame you. Just tell me it wasn't Candace. Please.
No. Listen, no. He got caught. Let's just put it like this. He got caught in the shower.
He got caught in the shower? What does that mean?
With a little lady. He got caught doing the dirty in the shower with a little lady.
At his house?
No.
At the girls? Oh, yikes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I hope it wasn't her dad.
No, it was the mama. Hunter said he would have preferred the daddy. She come out with a fucking belt, whole nine. Oh, I would have said, you're lucky, because I probably would have whooped your ass while you were naked.
Oh, my God. Yikes, Andrew.
Listen, I'm only 34. I don't need to be a granddaddy yet.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you got plenty of time for all that, right?
Oh, yeah. Listen, I became a dad at 17, going on 18. Boy, you ain't you ain't walking on my food stand. Yes, I'm Frosty. 34? Yes, I'm 34.
Lorna Copia says, Andrew Hiltz, I can see where H gets his charisma from. I hope everything works out well for H. And I hope Candace spells eternity and agony.
Well, listen, like I said, after all this official court's done, I'll be more than happy to let loose some more information. But when it comes down for good interviews for Hunter, that's not going to happen for quite some time, because I know for a fact he ain't going to be ready for a while if he's anything like his daddy.
Yeah, no, I think you need to take care of him. And, I respect that. And, if you would be willing, and when the time is right, definitely. I appreciate that. And I appreciate, you calling in and being candid. I mean, you just called on the fly. This wasn't planned. So in all fairness, I mean, you called in, you showed up in chat, and you called and you answered everything that everybody asked.
Oh, but no, I hate to cut this short, but I gotta get in bed. I have my 8-year-old I gotta get up with in the morning.
You're good. You're good. All right. Thanks, Andrew. And
All right, you have a good night.
yeah, you too. Take care of yourself.
You too, bye.
Okay, bye.